Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Hey, so good to see you. And well, I mean, this has been tough times for everyone, but thankfully, me and my family we're doing fine. But what about yours?
We are fine too, but I have some problems financially. I just wish I won the lottery.
Can you imagine? I mean, what would you do with so much money? I mean, I think I would definitely invest it to make more money.
Yes? And what would you invest on?
I don't know. I would probably invest in Mexico. I think.
Mexico? Really? Why? I mean, wouldn't it be so much better to invest in another country? Like, I don't know, Germany or maybe the United States, something more elegant. Why would you choose Mexico?
Well, where do I start?
In Mexico, the high potential and wealth of natural and cultural resources is perceived in every corner of its territory. From ancient ruins, colonial cities, and natural reserves to urban places full of modern architecture, its attractions full of color, flavor, history, and tradition, as well as the hospitality, warmth, and joy of its people, place it among the 10 favorite destinations of vacationers in the world, and by 2017, it became the sixth most visited country in the world for tourism activities. This image of being a mega diverse country worldwide has generated wide expectations regarding tourism, to such a degree that the sector is seeing great growth possibilities due to the euphoria to travel post pandemic and the potential of the country itself. This is reflected in the juicy investments that have been made by multiple companies, such as those that make up the World Travel Council and Tourism, with investment plans in the region of $2.5 billion for the years to come. Under this privileged projection, and in view of the growing market demand that follows the trend of consuming new destinations and tourist attractions, government institutions in the field of tourism decide to intervene and promote different spaces and products through programs and projects that enter into the dynamics of the tourism, with the firm conviction of achieving the much desired development. For all these reasons, investing in Mexico can give you a higher return on investment, especially if you decide to acquire a property in a highly touristy area. Areas like Tulum have become popular thanks to ecotourism, so acquiring a real estate development in Tulum can be more profitable than doing it in the USA. Not only because it will be cheaper than buying a house, let's say in a tourist area, and close to the beach like Florida or California, but also the capital gain of this tourist area will be on the rise.
2. Automotive and aerospace sector. In 2013, Mexico was 18th place in the world in vehicle production. Also, its exports of automobiles and auto parts ranked 4th worldwide, above Brazil, Russia, and China. In 2014, Mexico produced and exported almost 3.39 million automobiles. A year after, car sales grew 9.5%, and this continues growing more and more. On the other side, if we talk about the aerospace sector, we can say that Mexico is the sixth largest supplier to the United States aerospace industry. That is why Mexico is considered as one of the most competitive countries in North America in terms of aerospace manufacturing cost.
Manpower and production capacity. Mexico ranks first in terms of the lowest cost for doing business, standing out as the most competitive country compared to 9 developed economies evaluated in the 2016 edition of the Competitive Alternatives Guide. The low cost of labor is the predominant factor in cost competitiveness. It has the most competitive levels among the economies that were studied. Mexico is a country that offers levels of productivity and quality that in some industries are very similar to those of developed countries. In terms of workmanship, the price-quality ratio it offers is highly competitive and difficult to match, transforming it into one of the world's leading production countries. It has a young and trained workforce, since 55% of it is under 25 years of age, and the percentage of labor growth is 2.8% per year. It is a country that has macroeconomic stability, which translates into three keywords: security, certainty, and trust, and unlike other emerging economies such as China and Brazil, the country has a strong relationship with the United States.
Mexico is a great place for investments thanks to its geographical location and connectivity. First of all, Mexico has healthy relations with several countries, and this is reflected through its free trade agreements. In other words, Mexico is open to foreign trade. The position of Mexico allows it to be an accessible point for the import and export of products, both to the country itself or to those around it. An interesting fact about Mexico is that it is one of the countries with the largest population and one of the most important in the world. The territory is so large, 1,973 million square kilometers, that it could contain the equivalent of 24 European countries, including UK, Ireland, Germany, Portugal, Switzerland, and Austria, among others. Mexico is the 11th largest country in the world, with more than 127 million inhabitants in 2015, according to data published by the World Bank. In view of these data, the Mexican market represents a great potential market. Another strategic fact about the geographical location about Mexico is that it shares a 3,152-kilometer border with the United States, one of the largest markets in the world. This facilitates the application of cross-border programs, helping to reduce costs and sales times of its products or services to the North American market. If you notice, everything related to the geographical location of Mexico leads to its connectivity. For example, Mexico is the bridge between North, Central, and South America, and it also has access to the two great oceans of the world, the Atlantic and the Pacific, which allows it to have faster and more efficient communication with markets such as Asia and Europe.
5. Diversity. Thanks to its geographic location within the globe, Mexico is surrounded by a complex and unique environment, which stimulates the development of multiple natural and material resources throughout the nation that favors the bonanza of investors. In terms of culture, Mexico's multiculturalism opens the door to different markets for investors, allowing easier development of skills and experiences that generate talent and at the same time value for companies. There is a strong consumer culture too. You can observe it in the economy of more than 120 million Mexicans with a high degree of interest in all kinds of products and a need for all kinds of services, making it a potential market for anyone who wishes to invest in the country given the ease of growth that this implies. Contrary to the situation in countries like, for example, China, where there is a deeply ingrained saving culture.